Hello, hello! Today we are going to create this beautiful ring that is sterling silver, and it only shows really just these three beads because the ends are hidden somewhere. So what I did was using sterling silver wire that is 20 gauge. I would prefer 18 gauge for this, so I would encourage you to get the 18 gauge for this project, but I only have this one, and this beautiful tool will help me cut this. What I wanted to do is try to test, so we will test on your finger. So first let's try with this length, and this video is always also a review. We are trying to review this tool, which is the steel dapping block. I just took it out of the box, and it's going to be his first day, so it shines so nicely. Poor guy. Okay, what's gonna be? Just make sure that you use a blanket or something underneath if you use it on wood flooring. Okay, so we're gonna have 18 gauge wire, sterling silver, and 24 gauge sterling silver. Another wire that we're going to put the beads. We're gonna use this kind of wire to attach the beads to our ring. It's gonna look just like that. So first we are going to make this wire flat. Remember, sterling silver has like it's gonna be a lifetime jewelry, so don't worry about tarnishing or anything, and if it's gonna tarnish, just make sure you wipe it with a cloth and it shines, so it's forever. We'll be back after this wire is flattened. Alright, so basically what I did was I flattened this with a hammer, so it looks just like that on one side, and the other side is perfect because the steel block was just not having any dents. This piece is 5.5 inches long. It's a little bit curvy, not a big deal. So what we do now is we take our ring mandrel. I use this metal one, and I'm going to make it a 9, even if my finger is actually a 6.5, but I'm going to have a 9. So what we do is just, you know, roll this against the mandrel. Actually, I'm gonna try an 8 because you know what, the sterling silver one, it's really like it bounces back, you know, the wire bounces back. It's interesting how it goes, but apparently the 5.5 inches worked perfectly, because right now I have the ends of the ring right underneath the finger. Alright, so see, it bounced back to 10.5 as a ring size, 10.5, which is fine. There's a lot of people that wears a 10, but it's a little bit too much. So if you want to force it, I would say, see, people learn from experience, and this is my experience today. So we are just going to force it a little bit lower, so we're gonna make it like more like a 6. Okay, you know what, we're just gonna leave it like that, just for demonstration purposes only. If we turn this, we have this beautiful parallel, you know, for, it could be just like that. Look at it, so it looks like that. It's the ends, they hide underneath like so. We can always make a, you know, more like a swirl with them. First we are going to adjust them, like make a little curve so they don't bother us, okay? All right. This is the curve that I'm talking about. And then, of course, you can make a swirl, but I don't mind if it's just like that. We'll make a swirl though. It's fine. Even if the ring is the wire is flat, we can still make that swirl. But it's gonna be harder than having a regular swirl because it's you know, the wire is already flat, so yeah. You can just hide it a little bit so it won't you know, catch in any piece of fabric or anything like that. Yeah. So right now we are going to add the beads. This time we're not going to use any cubes. We have just this beautiful light green ones. We are going to cut just little tiny pieces of wire and connect them. If we want to create a beautiful effect, we need a little bit more space between them. So right in the middle, where do you think is going to be on top, we are going to wire wrap. Excuse me. We will use the pliers. That's a good tool for wire wrapping. Oh, okay. You need a lot of patience. It could be that the wire is a little bit too big, but all right. So we are wire wrapping. I think it's a beautiful combination of colors, like between the silver one and the bead, which is like such a beautiful green light. This would work very nice with the antique brass color. I think I should try that for our next challenge. So this is how it goes. It's a good thing I have the Lindström tool for cutting. We can actually hide it. We can hide the end underneath. Okay, this is the top of it, and we are going to do the bottom. Again, patience is the key. Let's slide it a little bit toward the right so we can make so we can add more beads. So much fun with more beads than just one. There you go. So this is gonna be our second one, our second wire wrapping. All right, almost there for the third bead. And we agreed that we need patience, and that's the most important. Okay, next bead. Take another, about, I would say like an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches long, 24 gauge, and do the wrapping. It takes a lot of practice. I lost it a little bit because I didn't do it for a while, but because I decided to share my ideas with you guys, I'm gonna have it back. How cool is that? The more you work, the better your fingers get used to wire wrapping. It's a matter of practice, right? Oh, so lucky. We are going to wire wrap toward the same direction, the speed. That's cool. Practice. I think wire wrapping jewelry helps with life too. Like, it's a philosophy. It helps you get something done, and practice wire wrapping every day will make you a better person. Tell me what you think in comments. I mean, if you already started, you can tell me if you experienced, like, you're calmer, or since you started making jewelry. For sure the fulfillment is great because, hey, you get to have like a wonderful present for someone for Christmas, or even something new for yourself. How cool is that? So if your fingers, so this is how it's gonna look like. I'm sorry, I didn't finish my idea. So if your finger is more like a 9 or a 10, you can always use the 5.5 inches. Okay, let me add another bead, and I think I'm gonna stop with 3 beads. We're fine. And of course, it's always better to measure the thin wire, like, measuring will make it better, but I'm just, at this point, I just wanna do it like that. If you measure and if you have the same length, there's gonna be a like a regular wrap, like it's gonna look more symmetrical for wraps around the thick wire. All right. Using the pliers makes it much easier, much more easier. I think it's a very feminine design, very pretty, simple. If we could just keep our lives simple, what would it be? We won't have so much stress. And I think we have to keep it simple for designs, Just the right combination of colors, and that will do the trick. And of course, if you flatten a little bit the wire, that's even better. I always thought that the Wire Wrappers Club is something so special. Like, people that like to use stones, like semi-precious stones, and the wire, they are just so passionate about it, and it's just such a great thing to do. Create jewelry for yourself. So this is how it looks like. It's the green and the silver together. Maybe on black it's gonna look better. Right, let me show it closer. So this is how it is. Like so. I hope you guys are going to try it. It's worth it. It's just so pretty. You can use any color of beads you want. You have a very, very nice day, a fabulous day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Okay, I'm back because remember this was a review for the bead landing steel dapping block. I wanted to show you guys how good this was. Like, no dents at all. Maybe just like very, very, like I can't, invisible ones. I can't even see it. So again, thanks for watching. Make sure you try the beautiful ring, okay? I did this loop in the back so they won't you know, they won't catch with fabric and everything else. So thanks again, have a wonderful day. Bye.